Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It is Wednesday, March the 10th today, Wobble Wednesday. I hope you've had a good week so far. And Wobble Wednesday obviously means that we're going to practice some balance stuff. In case you had forgotten, my name is Karen, and I'm here with Get Moving. Get Moving is helping people with mobility issues, mobility problems, to get some good, solid, serious exercise and get physically a lot better than they thought they could. Right then, so Wobble Wednesday is all about balance. So even though Get Moving exercise classes and sessions are suitable for pretty much everybody, whether you're seated or standing or whatever in between, every Wobble Wednesday, because we're working on balance, I'm going to pay more attention to people who are standing. Okay, so if you're seated, don't worry, you can still join in. I've got alternatives for you. You will need a ball and your resistance band. Okay, so if you're seated, you will need your ball and the resistance band for the alternatives today. So you've got 30 seconds now. Go grab your ball and your resistance band if you are seated. Okay. But yes, because every Wobble Wednesday, I'm going to pay particular attention to people who are standing. I am going to pay more attention to you. I haven't forgotten people who are seated, but just for today, we're going to work on balance. Okay. If you are unsure about Get Moving at all, if you're new here, if you don't know anything what's going on, then up in the description there somewhere, there is the web address, which is reesfitness.co.uk/getmoving. And then you can go there and find out all about Get Moving, who we are, what we do, where we do it, how we do it, why we do it, all that kind of random stuff. You will also find all the previous workouts that we've done over the whole of lockdown up there. So if you think this session is rubbish, try one of the others, because they're bound to be much better, you know. Why not? And you can find them, like I said, at reesfitness.co.uk/getmoving. Go and have a look after we finish the session. Right then, any notes I need to think about? No, not really. So, like I said, if you're seated by now, hopefully, you'll have gotten your band, your resistance band, and your ball handy. We'll only use them a little bit, not a lot, but keep them handy, because if you're seated, you will need them for some of the alternate exercises, okay? I'll repeat this again just before we start, but if you're seated, get your band, get your ball ready. So first of all, put them down for one side. If we're standing, if we're working on the balance exercise we're going to do today, that will remind me of it. Oh yes, okay then. So when it comes to do with balancing, there are three main parts. I think of it as three main things we can train and practice to improve our balance. We want to get strong, because a strong body can recover balance and hold the balance better, can move the body weight around. So we want to be strong, okay? We want to be fast. We want to be increase our speed, because if we can step quicker, move quicker, then we can recover our balance and hold our balance better. So we want to be strong and we want to be quick. But ultimately, the whole thing is all about knowing where our central gravity is and being able to move that central gravity around. Okay? I repeat this all the time. When it comes to balance, it is all about movement. A lot of people think balance is about being able to stay still. It is not. If you stay still, you will fall over. Guaranteed. So don't think that. Get a completely different mindset, okay? Balancing is all about moving. And so, a common mistake I see people make when they're balancing is, say for example, standing on one leg, whatever, but there we go, standing on one leg, staying still, and then when things start to go wrong, not being able to move, instead they just fall. There's no way of recovering. We don't know how to recover, how to stop ourselves from falling. So once we lose a bit of balance, it's just a feedback and then away we go. If we lose our balance, if our central gravity shifts too far in one direction, we can recover it by shifting something in the opposite direction. Okay? And that's what we're going to practice today. So if you're standing, the exercise we're going to do a lot of today, we're going to do a lot of practicing of this, is going to require a wall. So make sure you've got a nice bit of wall you can stand in front of. Okay? What we're going to do, I'll just show you it first, explain it afterwards. We're going to be standing, arms reach or so away from the wall, and we're just going to keep our feet where they are, but we're just going to reach our arms forwards, bending forwards, touching the wall, and standing back up again. That's all we're going to do. We're going to reach stretch, bend in one way, forwards, touch the wall, and stand back up. Easy version, standing close to the wall. That's pretty easy. It's only a small movement. Start off there. Fantastic. As you get better, as you get more confident, move further away from the wall. I have to lean, I have to bend a little bit more. The further away I go again, this is going to be a tricky one. Okay, the wall's well out of reach. I have to really stretch and reach and reach and reach and reach for it. I have to throw myself forwards a long way to reach that wall. If everything goes wrong, all that's going to happen is I just catch myself against the wall, I stand up, and away I go again. So it's safe, okay? If everything goes wrong, I just catch myself. However, we're going to try not to do that. As our body weight, as our arms, everything goes forwards, to counterbalance that, to counteract it, we're going to shove our bum backwards. So, I love my job. Look at my bum. You'll like it. It's a sexy bum. So keep your eyes glued on my bum, okay? You'll enjoy it. So as my arms come forwards, my bum goes backwards. And I stand up again. It's a counterbalance. Something goes one direction, something else goes in the other direction, and they cancel each other out. And I keep my center of gravity over my feet. So that's what we're going to practice lots. Like I said, one more time. Start off, easy version, nice and close to the wall. The further away from the wall it is, the harder it is, until we have to really stretch, stick our bums out, and stand up again. We're learning how to counteract and counterbalance ourselves, okay? We're going to do a lot of that this morning, okay? Practice that for a moment. What have we got? If we're seated, obviously, if we're seated, we can't stand up. I'm not going to ask you to do that. I'm not that much of a bastard, don't worry. Instead, though, we've done this before. The seated chinny to the lift and twist. We're going to be using our core, our stomach muscles, okay? So hands are going to be behind your head. One knee and the same elbow are going to, at the same time, simultaneously, lift and twist back. Hold it for a sec, recover. Lift and twist back, recover. Lift and twist back and recover. And that's the move. Same on the other side. One knee, same elbow. Lift and twist, hold for a sec, recover. Lift and twist, hold, recover. Lift and twist, hold, recover. You're going to do a lot of that move, okay? So practice that, okay? Anyway, hopefully. So if you're seated, later on you will need your band and your ball. Not yet, but later on. So make sure if you're seated, you have band and ball ready. Let's get going. How long are we going to go for? 20 seconds. 20 seconds are good. 25 seconds. I like 25. Oops, I've forgotten how to change my timer. 25 seconds of exercises, okay? So what are we starting off with? Marching on the spot. This is suitable for everybody. Seated, standing, everybody. We're going to march on the spot. If we're seated, get our legs up and down like so, just marching away nicely. If we're standing, it's marching up and down like so. Okay, just to get things going. 20 seconds worth. Are you ready, boys and girls? I hope we are, because we're going to get going regardless. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Marching on the spot. If we're standing, this is our first balance exercise. We are standing on one leg. So make sure that center of gravity shifts over. As I lift one leg, I shift my center of gravity over. See how my body is swaying from one leg to the other? And I do that before I lift my leg up. And that sets my balance, and then away I go. I set my balance, and away I go. Time, time, time. Simple as that. Okay. So, if we're seated, our exercise now, the lift and twist, just on the right side, okay? Right knee, right elbow. Lift, twist, hold, recover. Right side, lift, twist, hold, recover. Everything on the right side for the moment, okay? If we're standing, facing, starting off close to the wall, work our way back as time goes by. 25 seconds of reaching forwards, sticking our bum back, and stand. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reaching the top half forwards, sticking the back half back, and recover. I'm just literally touching the wall. I'm not leaning against it or nothing. I'm not slamming myself into it. I'm touching the wall, but I am sending part of my body weight forwards, part of my body weight back, and they cancel each other out. And my center of gravity stays over my feet. Time. So that's the move we're going to do a lot of today. Get used to it. Get comfortable with it. Get used to the idea of part of your body going one way, part of our body going the other, but our center of gravity staying in the middle. Okay? So, next exercise, suited for everybody. Seated, standing, the works. Rolling our shoulders. So, rolling them back like so if you can. Rolling them back like so if you can. 25 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Rolling. Big moves. Of course, if you can. Even bigger moves. Feeling our shoulder blades pinching back together. So it's seen from the side. Reaching back there. As big a move as you are comfortable with. We want to feel a lot of work in the upper back. In amongst the shoulder blades there. There we go. Job done. Simple as that. Now if you're seated, what one's next? The left side. Left arm or left elbow. Left knee. Lift. Twist back. Hold. Recover. Left side. Lift. Twist. Hold. Recover. Okay? That's if you're seated. If we're standing, again, facing that wall, maybe half an inch further away from the wall. See how you feel. 25 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So I'm leaning, stretching forwards, but my bum is sticking back behind. Again, easier version is a smaller move there. Further away is a much harder movement. So you feel free to practice it, easier, harder. Just slowly, gradually make life difficult for yourself. But it's all about counteracting and counterbalancing, okay? Time. Next one's knee bends then, okay? If we're seated, sitting tall, one foot kicks out and back, bending and straightening the knees like so. Nice and simple, okay? If we're standing, same idea, but standing. Again, I'm shifting my body weight from one foot to the other as I shift my center of gravity over. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Kicking the heels back towards my bum. As big a knee bend as you can manage, but I am concentrating on shifting my body weight over and then shifting my body weight over, and you get the idea, okay? It's all about moving that center of gravity over the middle of our supporting point, wherever that is. In this case, it's over 1 foot, over both feet, whatever. It's shifting our center of gravity. Time. Okay, new exercise then. So if we're seated, time for your ball. So if you are seated, the ball is going to be in between your knees there, dead simple, and you're going to squeeze, hold, relax. Squeeze, hold, relax. We're going to use the muscles on the inside of our thighs, okay? One more time. Squeeze, hold, relax. Simple as that, okay? If I missed something out? I cannot remember what we've just done. We're going to move on to this anyway. So if we're seated, that's what we're going to do, okay? If we're standing, new exercise. Okay, again, it's all to do with balance. Stepping back and forth. So if we're standing, bit of room in front of us, bit of space in front of us, all we're going to do is with one leg, step forwards and back. Simple as that. Alternating legs, forwards and back. Forwards and back. An easy move is a small step. A harder move is a bigger step. But again, notice how my body weight is moving forwards, moving back. I am shifting my body weight around, okay? So small move is easier, bigger move is harder. Are we ready? Squeezing or stepping? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So a big step back and forth, alternating legs. Again, we're just making sure that central gravity is under control. Nice and secure. If we're seated, squeezing that ball tight. But I'm just shifting my body weight forwards and backwards, but controlling it all the time. And there we go. Time, time, time. So if we're standing, we're going to lean against the wall. If we're seated, it's going to be left-hand side. Knee raise, twist, hold, recover with the left-hand side. If we're standing, facing the wall. Are we ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Off we go. Stretching forward, sticking the bum out behind, counterbalancing and standing. So I'm not relying, I'm not falling against the wall. That's wrong, that is. I am literally just touching the wall, but I'm balancing. The wall is there as a safety net. If all goes wrong, I can lean against the wall. It's going to save me. But I am just touching the wall and my bum is sticking out behind. Counterbalancing. Time, time, time. Well done. Okay, next exercise for everybody. Double tap. If you're seated, sit tall. One knee comes up twice. 1, 2, and then it goes down. Same on the other side. 1, 2, then it goes down. Alternating legs, a double tap like so. If we're standing, again, this is a good balanced one. We have to shift our center. There's a pattern forming there. Do you notice this? Shifting our center of gravity around. Shift over onto one leg. The knee comes up twice. 1, 2, and then we land. Same other side. 1, 2, and then we land. In 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Now again, if we're standing, watch me how I shift my weight from one foot very deliberately over to the other foot. My entire body moves side to side to center my gravity over the supporting leg. Don't try and just lift a leg up from there because we're going to fall over. We have to set ourselves up and then go. And one more time on the side, set ourselves up and a double tap. Nicely done. Okay, so if we're seated, what have we got next? Right hand side. If we're seated, the right hand side, lift, twist, hold, recover. If we're standing, facing that wall again, closer to the wall is easier, further away is harder. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. And as always, watch my sexy bum sticks out right out behind back there. It will not work if the bum stays in. If the bum stays in and I lean forwards, I am going to go. I have to. One bit goes forwards, another bit goes backwards. And then I'm balanced. And this is the concept I want you to learn. Time, time, time. As one thing goes one way, another thing goes the other way, and they cancel each other out. Well done, well done. Okay, next exercise. New one again. Okay then. If you are seated, you're going to need your band. So get your band out. If you are seated, have the band looped nice and small. You're going to step inside that loop. The band is going to be just beneath, just an inch below my kneecap. Feet nice and wide, and we're going to stretch the knees out, stretch that band nice and tight, and then relax. So it's nice and relaxed at the moment. Stretch that band nice and tight, relax, stretch, relax, repeat. And that's if you're seated. So get yourself ready. The band just below my kneecap. If we're standing, okay, side steps. This is nicely done close to a wall, facing a wall again, just for a safety net, just in case. All we're going to do, side step, walk like a crab, one way, and then walk like a crab the other way again. Simple as that. As seen from the front, we're just going to sidestep and sidestep. Okay? 25 seconds. Make sure you go both directions. We're only do this once, so make sure you go both directions. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Side steps and side steps. Again, I am shifting my center of gravity around. I'm moving sideways. I'm using different muscles. I'm using a different way of balancing. I am teaching my body lots of different ways to recover its balance. And that's it. That's time. Simple as that. Okay. If we're seated, what's this one? Left hand side. If we're seated, left elbow, left knee. Lift, twist, hold, recover. Lift, twist, hold, recover. On the left side. If we're standing, facing that wall again, you find that distance. Closer is easier, further away is harder. Arms out, bum out. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So reaching forward, sticking the bum back. I'm just touching, so I am balanced. The wall is there just in case anything goes wrong. But all I'm doing is reaching, my bum is counterbalancing, and standing up. I am just learning how if one thing goes one way, another thing has to go another way. Time. I'm gonna bore you to death with that concept, I swear, but it is so vital for balance. Counterbalancing. It is vital, okay? What have we got next? Done that one. Squats, okay. As mentioned, strength before, that's one of the vital parts of balance. Leg strength, here we go. If you're seated, tuck your feet under, body weight forwards, drive through the feet, stand tall, all the way, nice and tall. Don't stop halfway, go all the way. And then you can sit back down and repeat as often or as few times as you want in 25 seconds. If we're standing, squats in 3, 2, 1, away we go. Squatting down, standing up. Nice and simple. Using the muscles in our legs. Making the muscles do the work so the joints don't have to. It is the best way of looking after our joints by making the muscles as strong as possible. Time. So if we're seated, the right hand side, right elbow, right knee, right hand side. If we're standing, again facing that wall, you got the idea by now. In 3, in 2, in 1, away we go. Arms in front, bum behind, counterbalance, and then recover. Drill into your head that concept of something going forwards and something going backwards and everything cancelling each other out, and we're still balanced. So arms forwards, bum back, reach, touch, stand. Time. Well done. Okay, another new one here then. What do we got? Yes. If we're seated, ankle mobility. So if we're seated, ankles are going to bend and straight, nice and simple. Heel touches the floor, then the toes. And the heels and the toes. Heels, toes. A hell of a lot of movement. As much movement as you possibly can out of these, both of them, ankle joints, okay? If we're standing, now normally we do tightrope walking, different one now, tiptoe walking. If you're unsure, walk along a wall or along a table. That's fine. Normally we would do tight ropes. This time, up on our toes, and we're just going to tiptoe forwards and backwards. You know how to tiptoe. It's hard, but you can do it. We'll go against the wall just in case. This will be our security blanket. If it goes wrong, we steady ourselves against the wall or table. Are you ready? 25 seconds of walking on our tiptoes, forwards and backwards. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. On our tiptoes, walking forwards against the wall or sofa, walking backwards, up on our tiptoes there, heels off the ground, like we're on mini stilts, just walking forwards and backwards at your pace. You go as fast or slow as you want, but on our toes, forwards and backwards, like a little flamingo, because they famously stand on their toes, and that is our time. Simple as that. Not necessarily easy, but simple. Okay, if we're seated, left hand side, left elbow, left knee, lift, twist, hold. If we're standing against that wall, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reach forward, stick the bum back, counterbalance, and feel really solid on our feet. Reach forward and back, they cancel each other out, they counterbalance each other, and away we go. Now I'm banging on about this principle here, that's counterbalance. We're going to use it a hell of a lot in the future. So get used to it. Time. Fast feet time. If we're seated, running on the spot, nice seated feet, up and down like so, small, fast movements. We're going to do 10 seconds of these. There we go. If we're standing, same idea, running on the spot, fast feet. This is the speed bit. Remember I said at the start? Strength, speed, center of balance. This is the speed bit, okay? 10 seconds worth in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Quick feet. Nice and fast. Up and down. Speedy feet. Boom. Okay. So that is our first round. We're going to do one more round. Obviously, we're going to do 2 rounds of this one. That's our first round. Make sure your feet are moving as fast as they can possibly go. They don't have to go as fast as me. If they can go faster than me, fantastic. But go as fast as you can get them going. One more time, whether we're seated, whether we're standing. In 3, in 2, in 1. Away we go. Quick feet. Up and down. Nicely going. Keep the breathing going. Boom. Time. And if we're seated, it's going to be the right side now. Right elbow, right knee. Lift, twist, hold, repeat. Let me change my timer. So if we're seated, the right side is doing the work. That got me warm. If we're standing, facing the wall, again, reaching forward and back. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reach forward, stick our bums back, and recover. This is all about, as always, my butt. My butt, obviously, our butts. Yeah, but you can look at the bum goes backwards. This will not work if the bum doesn't go backwards. If it stays forwards, we're going to fall. So, the bum goes backwards. Time. And what we got to finish off, shadow boxing. Bit of cardio. If we're seated, sitting tall, fists up, punching away, high, punching low, hooks or uppercuts. You just get that body moving and get out of breath. If, however, we're standing, punching away, but I want you to think about your footwork. Move forwards and backwards, side to side, move your feet. 3 rounds. In 3, in 2, in 1. Off we go. So punching away, Again, footwork, forwards or backwards, or side to side. I don't mind. Keep punching. But if we're standing, keep our feet moving. Balance, Wobble Wednesday. Keep them going until time. Okay, round 1 done. 2 rounds to go. So if we're seated, I hope you didn't take a rest there. I bloody hope you didn't. I'm not going to take a rest now. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Shadow boxing again. So even if you're seated, you can still get stuck in to these punches. So keep them going. Shoulders moving, chest moving, arms are moving, up, down, in, out, around the sides. I don't really mind as long as you get stuck in. And time. 3rd and final round. Punching in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So again, if we're standing, footwork, forwards or backwards, left or right, spinning on the spot and facing a different direction. That's all good for me, as long as your feet keep moving. And time. And then the last one, the final bit, seated, left side, left elbow, left knee, lift, twist, hold, recover. And if we're standing, the final time. Remember, close to the wall is easier, further away is harder. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reaching forward, bum sticks back, and recover. I am literally just touching the wall. I am not leaning on it. I am touching, so I am balanced here. Reaching forward, bum goes back. They counterbalance each other, and I stay solid on my feet. Time, job done. That is it. That is Wobble Wednesday. So like I said, something for everybody. Whether you are seated or not, Get Moving can help you with some exercise. Wobble Wednesday, I focus a bit more on the people who are standing because we're working on balance. Don't forget, when it comes to balance, in my head, there's 3 major aspects that we can practice and we can train to improve. Strength, speed, and knowing about that center of gravity. That's that center of balance in our body. The stronger we are, the better we are at moving our body weight around. The faster we are, the quicker we can react to things. So if something goes wrong, we can react quickly and save ourselves. But all of it really kind of balances on, or is important on, knowing where our center of gravity is and being able to move it around. So if it goes off too far one way, we know how to drag that center of gravity back so it's in between our feet. 3 things that we can practice, 3 things we should practice. So, as always, hopefully, fingers crossed, you found that useful. We went over some new stuff here. Feel free to repeat this session as many times as you want, because we went over a few new stuff, so repeat it. That's how we get good at things, but through repetition. Try it again and again. If you think this is useful for you or for somebody else, please share it, because unless they know about it, they can't get better. And unless I am made famous throughout the entire world, my dreams of marrying a supermodel are just not going to go anywhere. So I'm relying on you guys to help me find a single supermodel who thinks that I am super attractive. I mean, there's bound to be loads of them out there who think that, surely. So there's a share button down there or up there. Oh, there's a share button somewhere on your screen. I don't even know what it's. I don't know. It's a share button. Share it, and away we go. We'll be back again tomorrow, Thinking Thursday, using our brain to actively do deliberate practice, not just going through the motions. We're going to think about what we're doing and make ourselves better. We'll see you tomorrow. And before I forget, Twisty Sarah, Fingers of Fire. She is well on her way through her skipping and her sit-up challenge for March. And she swore blind that she's going to do her skipping now, straight after this session, before 12 o'clock. So, everybody, at 12, well, yeah, at 12 o'clock, that gives her 25 minutes to do, 20 minutes of skipping. At 12 o'clock, message her and say, well done, that you have definitely done your skipping by now. And she will really appreciate every single one of your messages of support and making sure that she has done her skippage before midday in 25 minutes time. Okay, sweet. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.